Yo guys, it's Jake and welcome back to another video, and this is the show where me and Dad just talk about football. Basically what's been happening over the weekend. We have got a few games to talk about, including the Liverpool game, the City Spurs game, the Chelsea Hull game and the Arsenal Burnley game.
Yeah, I mean, let's start off with the first game of the weekend, which was obviously Liverpool.
Swansea.
Yeah, I was very nervous about this. I thought Liverpool were going to win quite comfortably,
but so did everyone.
Yeah, no, and to be honest with you, yeah, I was working. I got home and I knew it was 0-0. I got home, took my coat off, I walked into the living room, and Lorente had just made it 2-0. I was so surprised. And then Liverpool came back really well. Two great goals from Firmino. And you think then, when it's 2-2 with 20 minutes to go...
Maybe Liverpool would kind of start playing well, find their pattern again.
You would have thought so. And then, funny enough, it was a move made out of Spurs, made in Spurs really. Yeah. Mason found Sigurdsson. And Sigurdsson made it 3-2, and
I mean, to score 3 goals at Anfield.
Well, this is the problem. Liverpool have got a really bad defence, so that started the weekend quite well.
Yeah.
And then in the evening we had Man City v Spurs, which, from a Spurs point of view, started off really bad. Yeah. The first half was probably one of Spurs' worst half of the season. And then he changed it around, Poch. He took off a defender in Wimmer, and I think you're being nice by calling Wimmer a defender. Master space. And they brought on Son, not my son, Son, the North Korean or South Korean. And you think, okay, that's good. It's going to make a difference. And then, very unlike Lores, he made two complete howlers. And before you knew it, after 55 minutes, it's 2-0. And then, probably the worst part of the afternoon, Toby, already missing Vertonghen, goes off with a hamstring. Hopefully it's not too serious. The reports coming out of the Spurs camp later on into the evening was it wasn't too serious. But 2-0 away to City, with neither Vertonghen or Toby playing. You fear the worst. Yeah. But Spurs... they found an extra gear. They scored 2 great goals, great moves. One, a great cross by Walker to Ali. And the second goal was a great goal. Kane backheeled it into Son's path and Son curled it in. And then, really, you thought Spurs could go on and win it. There was still about 15 minutes to go, I think. But in all honesty, City looked the more likely.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
There was a real panic when Jesus Christ, scored. But luckily the linesman, I don't think it was Mike Dean, could have been in disguise, ruled him offside. So yeah, I mean, you would have taken a point, wouldn't you, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, the way we were before, as in it was a must-win game for us, and the form we were on, I wouldn't really take a draw, but the way we played last night, I think I would take a draw, and also to draw a game with no centre backs.
I think a point was a very impressive. And then we go into today's game where Arsenal at home to Burnley. You think, okay, Arsenal got a very lucky win at Burnley earlier in the season when only 4 minutes of injury time was given, and in the 5th minute, don't ask me how that happened. In the 5th minute. Arsenal defender, can you remember who it was? Kulchowski, I think. Not only was offside, but handballed it, and the goal was allowed. But you thought, no, they can't get such lucky decisions again, Arsenal. But they were coasting 1-0. They then get a sending off, and then in the 4th minute of the 7th minute of injury time, well-deserved penalty. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone could argue.
That was definitely a pen.
And Burnley made it 1-1, and you think, great, Arsenal have messed it up here. And then in the last minute, 97th minute, offside, and I don't even think it was dangerous play because he stooped down to header it, and it was called foul, dangerous play, they got a penalty. So Arsenal, yes again, get the rub of the green from the refs. They get 3 points. Later on, after that game, Chelsea had quite a comfortable 2-0 win over Hull. So, you know, it wasn't the best of weekends from a Spurs point of view. It wasn't a worse weekend. Liverpool dropped points. Man City dropped points. Man United dropped points. Unfortunately, Arsenal and Chelsea both won, but they've got to play each other in a couple of weeks. So, you know, fingers crossed Spurs can get back on the winning ways and narrow that gap, which is now 9 points. And I think you wanted to say a special word about a certain person who got the Man United record this weekend.
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, 250th.
Yeah,
goals,
250 goals for Manchester United, beating Sir Bobby Charlton, who had the previous record for about 25 years, 30 years, by 1 goal. And you've actually met him, haven't you, Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a very good achievement from him. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about.
Not only that, like, what a goal it was.
It was a great goal.
In like the last seconds of the game.
Yeah,
goal.
you know, unfortunately, yeah, it was a great free kick because the angle and it just, you know, the keeper. Not many keepers would have saved that. In fact, I don't think any keeper would have saved that. So thank you for joining us tonight. Next week we will be on air. It's FA Cup week, and we'll be talking who's in the next round and hopefully who's not in it.
But guys, that's the end of tonight's show, Football Fanatics 2. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, and then again, you can just watch this again on YouTube if you enjoyed. But yeah, that's it from me and my dad. Goodbye.